What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another trade recap. In today's trade recap, I'm going to be going over the trades that I took, trades that I faded, and why I really didn't like trading today's conditions, and that's about it, to be fair. So let's get into it. So even just as we come off of this, oh, I was wrong thing. Let me swap these back. 2 seconds. This. Nope, not this one. This one. You can see that's fucking terrible. Shit price action. Now, we were very uncorrelated today. This is gonna be like a trade, by the way. That is so gonna be a trade, by the way. Look at all this shit. All this stacked up shite. 100%. 100% trade. Anyway, this is not the point. Anyway, let me get rid of this shite. So, today I was leaning bullish, also bearish, a bit 50-50 to be fair. Yeah, a little 50-50. We have this nice LR, we had data highs up here. So, data highs seem like a very nice drum liquidity. They are always a very nice drum liquidity. We do have this internal SMT here, where this high is bigger than that high, and this data high is bigger than that high. So this was caused by the candle a minute before news, and then this is caused on news. Very weird day, to be honest. I just don't know. Today was just shit. Today was just so shit. I don't even have energy to speak. I am down 290 on the day on one account. Down $8 on the other account. So down $300 on the day. First loss of the week. Really bad trading conditions. I should have stayed out of the charts, but I don't think the trade that I took was necessarily bad. Now, NQ and MNQ were completely uncorrelated today, which threw me off. I didn't like MNQ because NQ was the leading pair, MNQ was lacking behind, and overall MNQ just didn't look right. NQ, on the other hand, it looked good. Now, we came into today, so our market open, we ended up shooting up, edging data highs, but on MNQ, we ended up sweeping out data highs. This is data high here. Ended up taking out this data high on MNQ, making an SMT. Now, normally, oh wait, shit, data high. Normally, I've never been in this situation before, so it wasn't even a normally. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like how it was playing. So I faded these first initial shorts, which I'm glad I did. To be fair, I would have got break even if I did take them. Yeah, I would have got break even, but it's really bad feeling. So on market open, we opened higher, edging data high, SMTing it on MNQ. Then we ended up coming down, leaving that high on NQ, ST on MNQ. ES is rallying lower, respecting the rejection block here. I mean, we're also respecting the rejection block here on NQ, but I don't really use rejection blocks. I feel like the rejection blocks here were a bit iffy. Other than the one on ES, the rejection block in ES, I like that. I did like that. But here there's just not much. I do like the idea of shorts, but I just don't like the fact that we've SMT'd on MNQ and not on NQ. NQ's leading pair, so I was like, right, we're probably going to come take data high still. And we also have this 50-minute below here. So we ended up SMTing on MNQ, inversing this 2-minute gap here on NQ. But you could have waited. There's no free minutes. Yeah, but you could have waited for this whole leg to get inversed. which, to be fair, probably a bit more ideal. But I didn't like it. But I did like the fact that we tapped this 50-minute on NQ. So, why? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I got confused for a second. On NQ, we do have this bearish the bullish SMT here. We were SMTing like fuck, but technically we have this bullish SMT here. But yeah, we're just SMTing everything, and this is just accumulation, manipulation, distribution. We're distributing here. You could have entered right here, but see where people were probably entering shorts here, I was entering longs. Now this short is bad anyway because we've already touched 15-minute, but I took a long here off of this 1-minute inversion with my stop loss at this wick low. I was gonna cover the CE of the rejection block here, but I just didn't bother. I just ended up covering this bottom wick. Now I lost this trade on one account because I got a bad fill. I got filled up here, so my stop loss was like here on one account, my main account. So I ended up losing 290 on that account, and then my other account. Sorry, fucker. My other account, my stop loss was at this wick low, so I ended up getting kind of lucky and not getting wicked out on the secondary account. We do have nice LR here, which is what I liked as well about this trade. We not wicked me out, and then we ended up wicking back up. My break even was going to be this high here that we edged on both NQ and MNQ and ES. So I never ended up getting break even on this. I did end up losing the trade on both accounts, but I am still break even on one, so I'll get into that. Yeah, I ended up getting break even. This trade was pretty alright, to be fair. I would probably take this. Nah, Joe. I probably wouldn't take this again due to conditions, because the conditions just aren't the best, and I don't know. After being through this, I wouldn't probably take this due to how uncorrelated NQ and MNQ are, and then how just shit the price action is. ES is like, we've got divergence in price. ES is going down, NQ is going up. Really, really bad price action. Why don't get looked at there? But we stopped out. Then price was just fucking about. Kept just creating low resistance liquidity while trailing down towards this sell side level here, which we ended up making equal lows with and edging on ES. Another reason why I didn't take another trade that I'm about to go over. So we're just kind of falling down. We ended up making this internal SMT here, but I still want to wait for price to resweep this low on ES and take out these equal lows and this low below it, just for a more, like, just a safer entry and a safer stop loss. Because like I've had it before that where like I'll enter this trade, this 5-minute inversion here, with my stop at the low, but because ES hasn't taken out these draws, we'll normally form a big bearish candle and then take it out and then re-sweep for that trade up towards the draws. So I just didn't want to risk more capital on losing this trade, but I also didn't want to miss out on this trade. So this is where it comes in. I didn't take this on my main account, but I did take it on my other account. The one that's not my main account, the one that I ended up getting break even on the day on. So I ended up entering this straight on NQ. I didn't take it on minis or nothing. I had a tight stop loss at the bottom of this wick because I know that if this trade is going to play out, it's going to push with volume. It's not going to fuck around and come down past this IFVG to then go back up towards the draws. Like, through back testing, normally when I do take a trade, it does just move in my direction. It doesn't really normally fuck around. And if it does normally fuck around, then likely it's going to fail. So I entered 290, risk, something like that. 290 more risk. I already lost 290, so I was like, I'll risk 290 more, 300 more. So I would negative 600 on the day if I did lose this trade, but I never. And then entered this. I got a little bit of better fill. Got about here. Stop loss there. Break even was at not this high, but this high here, because this is like, this high had already been taken, right? So we'd already S&T'd this high. But I knew that if we were going to be bullish towards this data high, which I most likely, I was pretty positive we're hitting this data high, because data high is such a strong draw. And if we're leaving this, we're probably going to go to data high before we come back down and take this, which is what we're doing currently as we speak. I kind of wish I never locked myself out of my account, because I would be shorting for all of this liquidity. But yeah, ended up entering here on my other account, ended up pushing price up, ended up getting wicked out around here, probably a bit less than that. I probably took profit around that high, to be fair. Maybe it was more like a 1 to 1.7-ish. Around there though, just to make my loss back. I wasn't going to be greedy and chase it into profit, even though it did hit that high, which I knew it was likely going to do. I just wanted to make my loss back, so I made my loss back. I'll show you the P&L after. Made my loss back, and then we ended up coming back down, tapping this 5 minute. This was some Spanish news or something. Spanish was gonna, or Spain, or whatever the fuck it is, some Spanish MP make a big European army or something like that. So that's why that happened. And then I just didn't trade after this, after seeing this. I know that we were expecting this. Alright, that's going to dump market. Watch this. Wow. Who'd have fucking guessed? I would have took this. I guarantee I would have took this. It's just, I said this now because Trump just said that if Iran fails to comply, then he's going to prepare troops to attack them. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Fucking hell. After this, tapped the 5 minute, kind of just trailed up towards these draws on liquidity. There was no real trade after this, to be fair. The only trade was those shorts on M.NQ, which I didn't like because NQ never took the high. As you can see there. It's so uncorrelated. And then I never took the... I did take the longs on one account, but I didn't take it on my main because we left these equal lows and relative equal lows on ES, which I didn't like. And what else? We free by pattern now. Oh, that's about it, to be fair. Nothing else to really go over. Other than that, actually the P&L. One account, negative 290.92 and negative $8. So break even on one account, down 300 on one account. I'm down 300 because of spreads though. $40 of spreads is a fucking joke. And yeah, that's about it. Five-minute longs were very nice though. If you did take that, fair enough. Fair fucks. There was no longs within here unless you entered off the 2-minute CISD. What a banger, to be fair, I'll show you that. But this 2-minute CISD here reacted nicely. Could enter on the CISD with a stop loss at the devil's mark because you're active like that, and then just ran it to the highs, or even this high here. Up to you. Would have been a wee banger. I was looking at this, but I never took it just because. Holy fucking moly. Holy moly, cuz. See, this is why I don't. I wish I never locked myself out of the account now. Because look at that, man. Oh my god. That'd have been another payout shot. I would take that on the main, by the way. Fucking hell. That's such a belter, mate. Such a belter. such a fucking belter. Holy shit. Yeah, it would have been a belter that. Yeah. I never let myself out of the account anyway. But that'll probably run for all of this. At least until we've took out these equal lows on ES. Could definitely see all that getting taken links. Very interesting, very interesting. Pretty shit day to trade like. If you waited for this, by the way, holy shit. That's at like 25 past 11. You could definitely have taken this as well because all AM session did, let's see, from here to here, we literally just generated liquidity. The whole AM session. Generated all, this is the whole AM session here, up until like there. Actually, let me mark that a bit better then. That's all we did the AM session. We moved sideways the whole AM session. To then me saying, oh, this trade's gonna be a banger. I was waiting for this. This is why I haven't done my fucking trade recap. But I was like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna be do the profitable thing and log out. Let me just double check I'm locked out before I fucking do something. I know I'm locked out. I know I am. I'm locked out for another 30 minutes, probably. Yeah, I'm locked out for 40 minutes. When this was generational shorts. Generational. I knew this was gonna happen. Got a free drive on ES. Fucking same with, oh my goodness. Generational, mate. This is a fucking very good example of high resistance liquidity compared to low resistance liquidity, by the way. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to bore you with the continual. Oh, I'm actually devastated about this. Devastated about that 1 minute. I'm short shit. Oh, that's so free, mate. That would have been so free to take. But anyway, I'm done for another day, so that's that. I'm still up mega on the week, but let's double check. But let's see what I'm up on the week.